Well, joining us this morning are friends from Titusville Area Hospital. We have Kelly Clark, who is the Marketing and Communications Specialist with Titusville Area Hospital. And Kelly, you brought in a special guest with you this morning.
I did. I brought Dan Hasbrouck in with me.
Special guest.
Yes,
Always,
definitely a
it's
special
been a while,
guest.
Dan.
Yes, it has been a little while.
Good to see you.
He joins us from the physical therapy downtown, the Titusville Area Hospital Physical Therapy, and he is a physical therapist assistant there.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this week is Therapy Awareness Week. So we are recognizing PTs, OTs, and also speech therapists that we have. Those are just some of the therapies that we have available at the hospital.
That's great. Well, Dan, update us again. What all do you do?
What all do we do? Well, we provide physical therapy services to the town, actually the surrounding communities, because we have more than just Titusville that comes and sees us, of course. But doctors send us our way, and then we rehabilitate you and get you back to whether it's work, your sport, just a normal life, whatever you're looking at. So.
Yeah, and really it's, I mean, all sorts of things that can sort of apply to physical therapy, from the littlest thing to some, major trauma maybe you've had in life.
Yeah.
One of the things I want to get into is the connection you have with the patients that come in, because you get people that, end their program with you, right? And
Right.
they're probably calling going, hey, I miss you guys. I'd like to work on something that's still a little stiff. Can I come back and do some more work?
Yeah, I embrace the small community basically, and so I enjoy knowing a lot of different people, and we do get a relationship. People actually, I was working with some people this morning. I sit down next to them, and she's like, "This is better than GMA." She's like the entertainment we get here, and just the different, and just the things that they get to hear, and they're getting better while we're having a good time. So it's a great environment for everyone.
I know there's a lot of things that people can take home and kind of do at home after, and you encourage that. But why should they be coming in and seeing you as opposed to just strictly doing at-home type of work?
I would say the majority of people aren't going to do it on their own. I probably the three of us would be guilty of the same thing. Someone tells you what to do, and something else gets in your way. So if they come to us, that you have about 45 minutes to maybe an hour of just one-on-one time with us, where we're going to help take care of you and make sure you get the care that you need.
And you can push the patients a little bit, right?
Right. Yeah, we can push them a little bit more. Most often you don't push yourself, or some people push themselves too much.
Oh.
So we need to rein them in a little bit, and just a lot of it's education. And like you said, it's giving them stuff to do at home, because they are a big part of this. It can't just be us, which is kind of nice about our facility. We offer 2 programs. It's a phase 3 program, so when you're done with us, you can then continue to come and work out at our facility. And then we also partner with the YMCA, and you can go to the YMCA and they'll continue your program with you also.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Who are some of the other folks that you'll meet if you come in for physical therapy?
As soon as you walk in the door, it's Pamela Palma and Miranda Yoder. They'll be at our desk, usually smiling.
Yes.
So that's good. Steve Kreiner is our lead physical therapist. We have Diane Schneider. So those are our 2 physical therapists. And then we also have some PTAs, myself, Ryan Caldwell, Brock Craig, Tara Glosser, and Cassie Ames. So
It's quite a crew down there.
yeah, we do have quite a crew.
Talk about just some of the technology you have down there, and some of the things. Some of it's the basic normal things that you would use, but you also have some other things that people might not be aware of. I think the pool's available down there.
So the pool right now, that's an interesting thing with our pool right now. We're actually working on our pool.
Okay.
We unfortunately got a leak in the pool.
Oh.
Ooh, yes. So that's actually our maintenance department's awesome, and they're doing a lot of great things for us to get that up and running. But that is something that we do offer in Titusville that no one else offers. That's our big ticket thing, basically, is that we do offer aquatic therapy.
Kelly was like, I got some Flex Seal. Let's try that.
We talked about that.
Yeah, because you put a boat together. You had
Correct.
a boat cut in half,
Yes.
and you put it together. And
Yes, we did put it together. Yeah.
That's great. Kelly, talk about just the conversations you have with folks in terms of what's available down there, and just the success stories.
Oh yeah, so we do a lot of patient surveys down there, and they actually come to me to do some patient testimonials for some marketing, and we have such really great reviews. And like like Dan said, they just get to know their physical therapists and their team, and it's something that people look forward to going to. It's not something, they might dread it in the beginning until they get to know people, but once they get to know them, everyone there's treated like family, and everyone has a good time. And it's nice to have it right here in Titusville. We service a lot of communities, rural communities that don't have that care. So bringing a lot of people into the community as well.
We talk a lot about the physicians at the hospital, and seeing them out in the community, and people come up to them when they see them at the grocery store, or
Right.
the physicians will go to a patient. How are you? You doing okay? Call my office if you need anything. Or
Right.
again, I can't tell you how many times I've walked through the aisle and say, "Hey, doc," and they'll pull something. It's like, whoa, but it's that kind of thing.
Right.
Dan, when you mention those names, these are. You yourself, you coach, you're out in the community. The people you work with are out in the community. That bond is also out there for you guys, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's definitely out there. And like I said, I embrace the small. Like I enjoy that part. Like I enjoy knowing people. So if I'm coaching or Drakewell BMX or whatever
Yeah.
I'm doing, I'm there and people are asking me questions, whether it be about rehabilitation or whatnot. So yeah, we're out there, and I do enjoy that part of it.
Every day a little different for you?
Yeah, every day is a little bit different. Because like I really enjoy prosthetics, so we get a lot of the prosthetics. Unfortunately, Joe's not around anymore, Carter. So,
Yeah.
but his group is still sending us people, and we get to work on stuff like that. So I enjoy that. So
I'm sure there's some pretty amazing, touching stories there.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
great. We'll come back and visit that conversation more with
Yep.
you, Dan, in a moment. But Kelly, there's a lot of things going on at the hospital, a lot of things to catch up on, too.
There is. We recently just had Crawford Gives, which a lot of the community is aware of. Titusville Area Hospital Foundation participated in that. We raised money for the oncology department renovation, which we've talked about that before, and we are moving the oncology department from the first floor down to the ground floor and renovating an entire new space.
Wow.
For the entire oncology department. So we raised a little over $1,600 during Crawford Gives, which was great. A couple new donors, which was really fun to see. If you didn't get a chance to donate during Crawford Gives, that's fine. We are going to be sending out some letters in the near future detailing a little bit more about our oncology department renovation for anyone that wants to chip in and make a donation towards that.
That's fantastic. And it's hard to believe we're coming up on the end of the year, so people are kind of looking and say, okay, tax write-offs, what can I do? So.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to sending that out to the community. They're always so supportive. We had a lot of support during our last large renovation, which was our emergency department. So we hope to see the same amount of support for that, which I'm sure we will. So.
Is that something they can call you and maybe have
They
a conversation?
can. Yeah, they can call the foundation office. They can call me directly. My direct line is 827-1060. We also have an online donation place on our website. If you go to our foundation, you can make a donation online.
That's great.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'll be releasing some information, and don't worry, you'll be able to find us.
Yeah, no problem there.
Yeah.
It's again, as we come up on the end of the year, that's a great way to help the community and continue to support the hospital.
Yeah, and it's really exciting just to talk about it, and the more we talk about it, different meetings, different places, the more we have people coming forward and saying, I had a friend, or I had a spouse or a loved one that went through, treatment at Titusville Hospital, and they're really excited about the project because they know how important it is to have that care close to home and not be driving a far distance with
Yeah.
someone, that is really going through a lot at that time.
That's great. Dan, coming back to you, when you're able to get care like that here at home, obviously on the rehabilitation side of things, you're right there to handle that aftercare and can keep those patients going and moving and getting them to be as back to normal as possible.
Yeah, and we have a great connection with our physicians here in town and with Dr. Gates, our orthopedic doctor. So it's pretty seamless. The communication is open all the time, so that's what's best for the patient.
When you look at just the advancements in medicine today. I mean, it's incredible. Knees, hips, it's like in and out.
Yeah.
Onto you right after that. So you get going right away.
Yes,
so
you do.
again, that kind of makes, going back to the question, every day's got to be a little different. I'm sure every day you get the patient information. You go, okay, we're going to develop a plan, and it's going to go this way, and the next patient is going to be a little different.
Yep. You're right. So and the thing is every doctor wants a little bit different. So it isn't the same thing every time, and it's not a cookbook. You come in and you get Steve or Diane evaluate you, and you get a specialized program just for you. So
No Jack and Diane, just Steve.
no, just Steve and Diane.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're working on it.
Please do. That'd
Yes.
be great. Hey,
Yeah, it
Dan
would
will
be.
sing that when you
I could
come in.
really, I could really get
Yeah.
behind some marketing for that.
Yep.
That's right. Well, Kelly, what's is this something you just continue to work on this project until it's all complete, or do you have other things you're juggling in there too?
So our timeline for this project was almost 2 years when we first started it. I've been writing grants for a long time. Our maintenance department at the hospital has been working to get that space ready.
Wow. And the pool.
And the
Yes.
pool. Yeah, their work. They have a lot of projects.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think everyone that works hospital is very busy. So they do a lot of work in-house. So they have been getting that space ready for quite some time. We finally got our bids back, got our contractors ready, and we hope to have the project done possibly even in March. So
Really?
right.
Oh, wow.
So that timeline is really exciting for us because everyone gets behind a project, but if you're like, yeah, and it'll be done in 2 years, that's really hard to sell. Be like, I can't even, there's no product for 2 years.
Yeah.
But knowing that it's gonna, we've been working kind of behind the scenes on this from the time that we decided to do it, has really moved that timeline up. So very excited. Can't wait.
That's great. And then
Yeah.
you've got the golf outing 2 months from that.
Yeah, it just keeps rolling.
Yeah. That's busy time for you.
It is. Yeah,
I
it's
can't wait
good,
because
though.
January the reminders come out, which is
Yeah.
you always smile because it's like you're walking to the post office and it's snowing and cold, and then you go, oh, golf. Oh yeah, I gotta get that on the
Oh yeah,
calendar.
yeah. We are going to be outside again
Yeah,
at some point.
Some point, but it comes fast.
It
So
does
that's
come
great.
fast.
You're watching the Morning Drill on Stream Television and on Armstrong's Neighborhood
Shoot
Channel,
off.
and listening to it on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. Our friends from Titusville Area Hospital here with us here this morning. We've got Kelly Clark and Dan Hasbrouck. And Dan, when you see the investment into the hospital and back into the community, I'm sure that makes you feel like just excited to be part of such a great organization.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. So we actually joined the hospital 100% through the hospital in May, and that was a huge transition for us. And just to watch them continue to grow and the different things that they're doing and providing is pretty exciting. It's good to be a part of that.
We talk about all the advancements in technology. How much has changed in what you do over the years, from when you first started to now? Have techniques changed? Are there still some things that are just basic things that are still applied today?
Yeah, techniques change, and as you get new grads coming out and joining your team, you learn a lot. Actually, you learn a lot from them also. But there's still. I go back to my roots with Gary Clark. And it was basically, your hands are what heal, and so that doesn't change much, and just listening to the person, that's the big thing. If you just listen to them, a lot of times that's all it takes.
Yeah, and Kelly, we've talked about that with physicians. A lot of these ones that you've been bringing in, one of the things they actually love is like listening to the patients.
Yeah, that's their draw to come to Titusville is, and then, like Dr. Gates has said that before. Pittsburgh didn't need me. They have thousands of orthopedic surgeons there. I'm needed here. And he can see that he's helping people. He has the same patients. It's not a ton of rollover. He gets to be with them and meet with them, and the physicians that come here, that's what they want. That's what they're looking for. So we get these really great physicians that want to serve a small rural community.
Dan, how do you feel when you see maybe a patient who is now back on their bike, riding BMX or throwing a baseball, or going back to Oil Creek Plastics, back to work after
Right.
not having been working for a month. When you see them out doing these things, and you had a small piece of getting them back to that, do you just kind of smile? Do you take it in?
Yeah, because this is why I did it. I got into this because I wanted to help people. So when you or make a difference in their lives, if I can make a small difference, yeah, it is fun.
And when you mentioned some of those names, I mean, these folks have been doing this for a long time.
Right.
They love what they do. They love the community that they're serving, and it's what it's about.
Yep.
Well, Kelly, what's sort of next on the list for you as you kind of look at the end of the year?
So, well, this week I had mentioned we are celebrating our speech and OT and PT week. It's a therapy awareness week. So I got the chance to talk to speech and OT therapists this week, and they are really looking for some new patients, some new kiddos to help out. So I hope to release a small campaign to really get some awareness of what those folks are doing as well as PT. And I will be bringing them on the show next month.
Yeah.
So we're going to bring our speech therapist, Brianne Lipke, which she is from this area.
Yep.
Yeah. So she's also a well-known.
Dan's just checking everything that
yes,
you're saying.
yes, that checks out.
She's right. Yep.
So she almost broke the internet when I first introduced her. I think it was like my biggest post that Facebook ever
Wow.
saw. Yeah, she had the most likes, she had the most loves, she had the most comments. And I was like, you're from here, I can tell. So I'll be bringing her on. And also Julia Fitch, she is our outpatient OT. She does adult OT as well as kiddos. So just really raising awareness for them and getting them some new patients that they can help as well.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so that's what we'll be looking forward to next month.
And Dan, did you say October is
Physical therapy month.
Okay.
So we get the whole month.
good for you?
So that's like
Take it over, Dan.
Yeah, that's
Take
like
it
that's
over.
lunch every week.
Yeah,
He's like, forget the week. I'm taking the
We got the
month.
month.
right?
Yeah. And that just brings extra awareness to
Yeah,
what,
just
what
what
you
we
guys
do.
do.
Yeah,
Which is
basically, yeah.
fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, and it kind of allows marketing, what I do to really put the spotlight on them and really showcase what they are doing and who they're helping. And a lot of people, out there are like, oh yeah, I know them. And to be able to recommend them and help some other people that are out there that are maybe not getting what we can offer from somewhere else and saying, I'm not really making a connection with my therapist or, and willing to try something else. So I think that's why these months are important, to just really raise that awareness for the community.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Dan, what's the youngest patient you've seen come into the office?
Infant. I mean, probably months old.
Wow.
Yep. To 100 years old. So it's we got a big spectrum here.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
And again, great crew, and it's great. And you see everybody when you go out to events in the community, and just
Yep.
you smile knowing you got good people that are helping to keep things going here in the area, which is great. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Kelly, as you look at those things that you're wrapping up for this year, it's hard to believe. I'm sure you've had conversations about 2024 and all the great things to come in the new year.
Right.
When you look at again some of these ways to help the hospital, there's so many things that you can do, things that you've mentioned, other things that are available.
Right.
Can people schedule meetings to sit down with you and say, hey, listen, we want to help out?
Yes.
Help us.
So you can absolutely, whether you are looking to be a volunteer, we are definitely expanding our auxiliary and looking for new
okay.
members. So you can be a supportive member, which you wouldn't have voting rights or things like that, but you can be a supportive member. And what that basically means is that you are a member and you can, you're privy to everything that's going on and can help out, and really just your membership dues help the auxiliary. Or you can be an active member. If you come into our hospital and see at the front desk the ladies, and we have a couple sirs also, wearing smocks and helping out patients. They transport patients with wheelchairs to the floor and really help out the front desk a lot. So we are looking for some new active members. So anyone that's looking to, just volunteer a little bit of time, we are definitely accepting new applications. There's some available online, and you can also go to the front desk, and there's a lot of information there of kind of what the auxiliary is and what it means. So we are very proud to still have one. We are one of the only hospitals left.
Wow.
In Pennsylvania. There's not a ton of auxiliaries left in the world. So we're
right.
very proud of them and very happy to still have them.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
Dan, should people come to you guys through their doctor, placing a phone call?
So most people know that they come to us through a doctor, but you don't have to have a prescription to come to us. We can see you for 30 days without that prescription. I mean, of course, your doctor is still in the loop and communicated with, but you do not need a prescription to come to see us.
So if somebody's having some issues, they think, and maybe just want to get things worked out, they could call and get scheduled.
You can always stop in, ask questions. We can just take a quick look at you, see if there's something that we can provide for you. But our doors are always open, so,
That's great. Phone number?
814-827-0354.
All right. Kelly, phone number for the hospital foundation.
Yes. So you can call me directly at 827-1060.
All right.
Yeah, and if anyone's not familiar where Dan's office is, I don't even think we talked about where the physical location
you
is.
just have to know where Taco Bell is. We're right across the street from Taco Bell.
Wow.
228 East Central Avenue.
Is that how you're marketing that now?
Basically.
Right, yeah.
You were waiting for them to open up before you could say
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Right.
I think people know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People know where we're at.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I'll look for some flex tape for you.
Thanks. I
Get
appreciate
fixed.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, that should be up and running.
Yes.
Hopefully soon. And,
Yep.
Yeah. But again, Dan, people are going to know these names that you mentioned. They see them out. They've probably had some conversation with them at some point, and a lot of great people down there. So
We appreciate that.
all right.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Thank
See
you,
ya.
Luke.